Yes, right? Yeah, nice. So yes, guys. So where are we? I think like we have discussed some of the background of this technologies, the like the market, etc. Like a lot of stuff we had a discussion, right? So the questions which are pending, still pending are. So these are the questions what we have. So hope everyone is clear with the technologies what we have discussed yesterday. I know I haven't gone with a minimum knowledge on what actually each technology is doing, but we just listed out the list of all the technologies. That's it, right? Anup, you're saying the background sound is coming. Is it is for everyone, guys? Do you have any disturbance with my voice in the background? No? Okay. No, right? So maybe like Anup, it is from your side. Could you please check from your side also? Okay. And Anusha, sir, I didn't attend yesterday's class. Please beat them. Sure, Anusha. Like going on this in between, I'll just add the things what we have missed yesterday. Okay. Anyway, I will list out the technologies today also because I'll talk a bit about each and every technology, what actually they are doing, etc. stuff. Okay. Okay. So before that, let us list out the softwares or the tools to be installed. Okay. So here, guys, now when you go for I mean, who all have an idea of C language? Who all have an idea of C language? Anyone? Come on. I'm not going to ask questions. Okay. Uh, okay. Some of you. Okay. That's good. Now, can you guys tell me in my system, if at all I need to run any C programming, what is the software to be installed? In order to run the C programming in my system, what is the software to be installed? It is TC, the Turbo C language. The Turbo C compiler need to be installed. Awesome. Who all have an idea of Java? Who all have an idea of Java programming language? Oh, most of you. Some of you. Okay, that is good. So Anusha, you're good at both C and C plus C. Okay, Anup, you also. Nice. Nice. Okay. So in order to run some Java programming in my local machine, what is the setup I need to have, guys? Eclipse is an editor, but other than Eclipse, at the background, it is JDK or JRE, Java Development Kit or Java Runtime Environment need to be installed in your local machine. Okay. And guys, for the other people, when I'm saying a question like, okay, I mean, if you have an idea or not, just for information, I'm asking guys. But if you don't have an idea, don't need to feel for that. Okay. I don't even need that. It is not mandatory to have an idea of C language or other programming language idea to go for this training program. Okay. If you have an idea, it's a plus point. If you don't have an idea, I will take it from the basics. Okay. Yeah. So when you go for any of the programming or any of the development, first of all, we need to set up the environment of your machine. Okay, first of all, we need to set up the environment of your machine so that whatever we instructions we write on the particular language, it takes it, it compiles it, and it executes it, and it is going to throw the output for us. Okay, so in the same way, when you go for C language, we need to go for the Turbo C editor. We need to go for the Java JRE environment. In the same way, .NET Visual Studio Code need to be installed. Visual Studio need to be installed. So like this, every development is depend upon a set of softwares. Okay, now you may ask me a question. Now the question what we have here is, what are the softwares need to be installed in our local machine so that we can start working on development of web or whatever the full stack development we are going to have. Okay, so the softwares what we need to install in our local machine is one thing what you have is a editor. Okay, any simple editor will work, guys. So for JavaScript development, anyway, the technologies what we are going to see are only three technologies: the HTML, the CSS, and your JavaScript. Remaining all frameworks or the libraries. Now, in order to have an editor, we don't have any specific strict editor that only these guy has to go. You can go for any of the editor. Okay, like you can go for something called Notepad. You can go for something called as Genie editor. We can go for something called as Edit Plus. Okay, so like this, any editor we can go for. But when you go for industries, okay, when you go for the bigger organization, the top editors, what they support or they use is the things are Sublime Text Editor, and the other guy is Visual Studio Code. So these are the two top editors being used across the organization. Most of the organization, I'm not saying that every organization is going to make use of it, but most of the organizations are going to make use of the Sublime Text Editor or Visual Studio Code. But on the top, if you feel any other editor, okay boss, I already have an experience of Eclipse or NetBeans, like it's up to you whatever the editor you go for. But I highly recommend not to go for Eclipse or the NetBeans for development of this UI code. Why so? Because Eclipse or the NetBeans editor, those are the high-end editors which are used to execute like high-end Java code. I mean, those are like very huge in execution. Now, in order to execute this simple JavaScript, just taking that Eclipse editor and all, like, I don't think it is recommended, but it's up to you again. Okay. But among this, when you go into the interviews, right, people will even ask you a question, what all the editors you have an experience with. Okay. And before this, guys, once this class gets started, right? Anytime when I'm going with the discussion, whenever I feel like it's an important and interview question, make a habit of taking your notes, take the last 3 or 4 pages. Okay, from there you put a heading called as interview question, take it down. Okay, in the interview question, you can just put it a question like 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. The reason why I'm asking you to turn to the last page and write it, because you can list out all the questions in a same line. Okay, at a single location, you have all the questions. It should not be like, okay, today we are having a class, take this interview question, you will write it. Next, you take for other notes. In between, if you have the questions, it is hard to find out the list out all the interview questions. Okay, so it is better turn up your book and at the last, you list out all the interview questions. The very first interview question, what I said is the list of editors you have an experience with. So you can list out whatever the editors you have. But as I said, you Sublime is the editor and VS Code is the editor, which is highly used in the market. And what is the use of editors, guys? What is the main intention we are using these editors? Editors are simply used to write the code. Whatever the code we want to write, we want to execute. So it is a place where it is providing so that you can write something. Now, am I not using this editor to explain the questions or list out all the questions here? Yes, that is what we go for editor. And now if you see this editor, the black screen or this white header bar, whatever we have, this is a Sublime text editor. Okay. If you want to install, and in fact, you have to install, go to Google and say something called as Sublime text editor or text download. Sublime text. Just give me a second, guys. Okay, guys, could you able to hear me? Could you able to hear me, guys? Yeah, sorry guys, my lappy out of charge. Okay, so yeah, what I was going on. Yeah, so installing the Sublime Text Editor. So these two, Sublime Text Editor or the Visual Studio Code, both softwares come for free of cost. Okay, you simply go into Google and say Sublime Text download. Okay, so say Sublime Text download. Now if you click on this guy, okay, so it will show you what is the version, what is the like 32-bit, 42-bit, whatever the bit version you have, or what is like the OS you have, Linux or Ubuntu or your Windows or Mac. So based on that, you can go for that. Now, say for example, ours is Windows 64. So you simply click on this, it automatically downloads the software, and you can, if you see here, the exe got downloaded. You double click on it, installation will happen, and you could able to see the editor something like this. Okay, this is for the Sublime Text Editor. The same way you can go for Google and VS Code download. Okay, simply say VS Code download. It will show you the options to download this. You can simply download and you can install this. Okay, if it is Windows, this is what it is. If it is your Linux or Ubuntu, you can go for this. If it is Mac, this is what you have. Okay, so simply download this guy, and the Visual Studio Code editor. This is how it is going to look like. So in my machine, both the editors are installed. So I feel somehow comfortable with Sublime, so I was just using it, but it's up to you. So this is how the Visual Studio Code editor is going to look like. Okay, so here you start working, just close the welcome block. Now you can start working on the things. Okay, I recommend everyone install both of the softwares, guys. Both install Sublime and Visual Studio Code also, so that it is better you have an experience with two of the editors. Anyway, you don't need to learn anything, but it is good. Like if someone asks you a question, boss, what are the editors? Instead of just saying one, if you say two, that will be a good point. Okay. So make sure everybody, if you're already before the system, make sure you install both of the softwares. And if you have any problems in installing these things, please let me know. Okay. Yeah. So the very first one, what we have installed is the editor, the place where we could able to write our code, whatever the HTML code or the CSS or the JavaScript for developing a web page is needed. We need to have an editor, and we are ready with that. That is the first software. And the second thing what we have is, now once we are writing the code, aren't we not executing it? We have to execute that code, right? We have to execute the piece of code what we are writing, and we need to see the output what we are getting from it, isn't it? And in order to see the output what we are getting from this, we need to have a compiler or interpreter what we need to have. So the advantage what we have is, in order to run the web page, can you guys tell me where is the location we are going to execute the web pages, guys? In general, where we execute the web pages? In general, where we are going to execute the web pages? Obviously the browser. Browser is the place where we go, and you go for google.com, amazon.com, like whatever the web pages you have, isn't it? Now, and the best part over here is, we don't need to install the browser, isn't it? We don't need to install the browser. We can simply, as mean by default, any operating system which is coming by default, they are coming with the browsers. Okay, we already have something called as Chrome. Okay, we have something called as Firefox, we have something called as IE, we have something called as Safari, Opera, etc., etc. There are some other browsers also, but mostly people will go and test for Chrome, FF, and IE. Okay, so IE browsers are already there. So anytime you have any of the browser, so any browser you have, the advantage what they have is, by default, browser automatically comes with HTML and CSS and JavaScript engines. Okay, every browser by default comes with, whenever we are installing a browser, they automatically install the HTML engine, the CSS engine, and the JavaScript engine. And what is the use of these engines? These engines are capable of reading the HTML content, executing them, and showing the content in the way user wanted. Now, I already said you at the background. Now, say for example, this is code Visual Studio Code dot download. How do I see the source code of this? I want to see, I mean, for an end user. Now, you guys are UI developer, but say normal user who looks into this, they feel like, okay, some images have been placed, some text has been placed, some buttons have been placed, something like that. But at the background, what is happened was, if you see the source code of this, see this much of HTML code has been written, some JavaScript code has been written, and some CSS code has been written. Now, as a developer, we write all this piece of code. The output of this guy is this web page. Okay. Now, how does your browser understand? Now, if you see here, we are using some HTML tags, header tags, meta tags, etc. How does your browser understands this tags and how it is converting that guy into this type of code? Isn't it? Now, browser need to understand this, right? Okay, user is using some div tag. What do you mean by div tag? What do you mean by the circle tag, SVG tag, etc.? So how does your browser understands that, okay, I need to execute this guy in this way format? So because browser is having the HTML engine, CSS engine, and JavaScript engine. The best part of your JavaScript is you don't need to go for a separate compilation. Browser itself will compile it, browser itself will execute it. The example, if you go with your C language or your Java language, once you write your C language, you need to convert that C language into a compiler code. Then you need to go with the execution. Control F5 and Alt F5 we go for. In the same way, when you go for your Java, first of all, we need to compile that Java C, what is the file name? Later, Java, what is the class name? Isn't it? So we need to do the compilation and the execution. But coming to your JavaScript, there is on-fly execution and compilation happens. On-fly, you don't need to manually go for, okay, compile this guy, execute this guy. No, write this code, open in the browser, it compiles and executes at the same time. So browser is the place where we are going to play everything on the browser. Everything is on the browser. Am I clear? So by default, every browser is going to come up with this HTML, CSS, JS engine. That is the reason any code you open, any web page you open, it is executing. You know, like when you're opening a Amazon page, when you're opening a Flipkart page or Google, any web page you open, at the background, it is executing the code actually. It executed. See, this much of code has been executed. The output has come like this. It is not like ready-made things it is showing. Anytime you open any web page from the server side, you only get the code. The code will execute and you could able to see the output on the web page. Okay, so these are the only two softwares what we needed, guys. Editor, yes, we need to install, but if you say no boss, we already have Notepad, the minimum software which is there. If you say that no boss, I want to go with the Notepad development, then in that case you don't even need to install anything. But I recommend don't go for this basic Notepad, Edit Plus, or etc. Notepad plus plus etc. and all. Okay, try to go for try to install Sublime and Visual Studio Code in your local systems. And for executing the resources or executing the content, we go for the existing browsers what we have. In later stage, once I go with the Node.js, at that time I'm going to help you how do we install the Node.js platform, and we need to install the MongoDB database also, but this is a later stage. So these are the softwares what we wanted. But for now, only install these two. Browser anyway there, editor we need. Okay, these two things I'll talk about them later. Because initially I start with the UI developer. I will tune you guys to become a expertise in the UI development. Once you become an expertise in the UI development, then I will tune you to become a backend developer. Now combinedly you will be called as a full stack developer. Any questions still here, guys? Anyone? Is everyone so clear till here? Yes or no? Everyone. Okay, so ANR, you have a question. ANR, as I said, could you please put it as a public question so that everyone can have a look? Okay, so after compilation of this training, do we able to secure our websites from hacking, etc.? Yes, ANR. I mean, actually, right, when you go for the hacking, that is some more a deeper discussion. That is not much into the JavaScript, but whatever the coding using JavaScript, we could able to secure the data like minification process or adding the closures or encryption of the data. Those all things I'm going to cover. But when you go into the real time, in order to stop the users to not to hack the data, it is not just only the coding we needed. They do some networking type of stuff on the top of your existing code. Okay, that we may not able to cover, but whatever the things we could able to add within our JavaScript code or whatever the code we write to protect it, to secure the data so that someone cannot get add into this and they steal our data. To not to do that, yes, we are going to cover that. Am I clear with your question, ANR? Okay, so Galaxy on Max. May I know who is this Galaxy, please? Okay, may I know who is this Galaxy? Who has put this question? What is the importance of Visual Studio Code? Okay, but still, are you there or you just kept the question and went away? Okay, fine. So yeah, what is the importance of Visual Studio Code? Okay, the reason there is nothing like importance, the advantage for the developer, that's it. Okay, so what is the advantage what we get with the developer for the developer by using these tools? The same code we are going to write. If you take a plain vanilla notepad, at the same time, if you take a Visual Studio Code, both the places we are going to write the same piece of code. But the only difference is they have the concept of auto intelligence. Okay, they have the concept of auto intelligence. What do you mean by this auto intelligence? Now, when you write something, you get a support of something else. Okay, sorry, you get a support for the same thing what you're going to write. Now, when I'm opening a tab, it automatically provides you, boss, this is the closing tab. When you're writing any object, if you say dot, it automatically shows you list of all the methods, whatever it is available. You don't need to remember everything all there. Okay, but that is too much of help you will get, which actually forces you to not to remember anything. It provides everything. But in the same case, when you go into the interviews, that will not be the case. Okay, so that is what the auto intelligence is, the one what we get. At the same time, Sublime also provides to compile the things, open the command prompt within the same Sublime editor itself. Lot of other features we have, so that thing we are going to have a look. Okay, and Chakravarti, you have a question, how do we debug the code? So we have a debugging tool. Okay, so there is a debugging tool through which you could able to add the debugger points, and we could able to execute the things which I'm going to discuss. Now, when you go into the browser, any browser you go, simply say something called as inspect. Open any of the page, you could able to see the inspect. This is how the window is going to show. Now, what do you mean by this elements, console, etc., etc.? So under the sources, we can actually come here and we could able to add some debugging points. But how do? We are going to have a look on. I'm going to, in your course, even debugging is also there. I will show you how do you debug and how do you execute and how do we edit the changes on the web page dynamically when it is running. Okay, I'm going to teach those. Okay, this is not the right point, but I'm going to take care of it. Okay, next. Suresh Babu, I think I answered your question, right? What is the mostly used editor in the industry? I already answered that. Sublime and Visual Studio Code are the mostly used editors. Okay, Sridhar, can we debug in VS Code? Yes, Sridhar, we can do that. That is a different process, but in fact, people recommend to debug or execute the things within the browser, because in the browser, when the web page is running, you could able to see, okay, how it is going step by step, step by step, and step by step. It is recommended to do in the browser. Okay, so Shankar, what is Sachin? You have a question. What is debug, sir? Okay, so Sachin, debugging means you write some piece of instructions and you want to know how the flow of execution is happening. I have written 10 lines of instruction. I have given for execution. What is the result? You'll get the result. But now most of the people think that debugging is the concept of finding the errors. No, debugging means we are not finding the errors. Because if there is any error like syntactical error or logical error, automatically system will do that. Browser will automatically tell you, boss, here you have an error, you need to fix it. Then what is the concept of debugging here? The concept of debugging is you have written the piece of instructions given for the execution, but the result what you're getting is not the one what you have expected. Okay, repeating it again. Debugging is the concept of giving the set of instructions for execution, but the result what you're getting is not as expected. There is no error. Everything is going fine, but the result what you have getting is not expected. Implies the instructions what you have written something is not going in the way what you wanted. Now, in that case, what we need to do, we need to closely observe how the instruction is getting executed. After this, what is happening? After this, what is happening? How internally system is executing all this? This concept, we call it as a debugging flow, which we are going to have a look. Am I clear, Sachin? A code visualization. Come on, code visualization is not right. In your debugging, we are not just looking into the code. We are looking into the execution process of the code. Am I clear? Sachin, am I clear with your question? Yes. Okay, Shankar, sir, my system have 4 RAM. So when I'm install these 4 software, my system goes very slow. 4 RAM in the sense, Shankar, you mean to say 4 GB RAM? Yes, I mean, Shankar, these softwares like too much, very slow. You know, I think like mine is like almost like 2 GB RAM, but still I'm running a lot of other things in this. So 4 GB RAM is more than enough for these softwares. Visual Studio Code or Sublime is very simple. Simple softwares. They don't take much time. Okay, Anup, which version of Angular we are learning here? Anup, you're there in the last class? Anup, you are there in the last class? Or today is the class you attended? Guys, when I'm asking the question, could you please respond fast so that I don't need to wait? Okay, yours is your first class. Okay, fine, Anup. And guys, can you guys tell me which version of Angular we are learning here? Or are we learning Angular here? Anyone? Okay, so Anup, here we are not taking any of the frameworks. Okay, we are going to talk about all the UI background and the server side technology. We are not taking either the Angular or React here. Anyway, after this discussion, I will list out the technologies again so that you will have an idea. Okay. Okay, so these guys are asking, it's fine to tell them only ask related to course. Okay, fine. I will consider your question, Sridhar. Sridhar, whatever the question you kept, I'll consider that. Okay, my only intention is I want to ask I want to answer anything. That's it. That is the reason I'm just answering. Okay, fine. So yeah, anything else, guys? So this about the software. So make sure everybody get ready with this software. If you're before the systems, and in fact, I suggest you guys, I know a lot of other people who actually take the class. I mean, I'm not talking with any of regarding yours, but when I compare with other students, what the people do is sitting on the bed, taking just a mobile, switching on the class, putting the earphones, and the class is just going. But that is not the way sincerely you need to do, guys. If you're really sincere about the class, if you really want to fetch something out of this class, obviously you have, I mean, it is like a lot of time you're going to waste out here, isn't it? The money is not the thing. Money you can earn some way, but the time what you're going to spend over here is not going to come back for you. So put some extra attention, take some seriousness, put the laptop before you when I'm taking the class, and try to do the samples then itself. Okay, you do the whatever the coding I'm showing you, you do the coding on the live parallelly. If it is not working, just to throw the question there itself, sir, mine is not working. I will ask you to share your screen. I can help you and fix the things. I will do 101% from my side, guys. On the top, you need to show the attention, you need to show the interest on throwing the questions to me. Am I clear? Okay. Okay, so another thing, so a lot of other questions are, I have a question, Galaxy, which book can I follow? Guys, right now, forget about the books or the PDFs, whatever you have. Going forward, I'm going to tell you, because this is not the right time. I tell you, okay, for Node, you go for this. For HTML5 and CSS3, you go for this. This is not the right time. Let us start the coding. I will go one by one, one by one, one by one. Okay. My plan is don't put all the things and put the pressure on your mind. I want to make you guys so clear with what you're learning for now. Forget about the future things, what's going to happen. I'm going to take care of it. Once I say HTML is finished or CSS is finished, now you can throw me the question, what are the books to be referred? And you can even refer the books. If I'm also missing something, you can even suggest me also. Okay, boss, this is what you missed. You can just take the, yeah, just take a brief on it. Okay, I'm going to take care of it. This is not the right time, but I will help out you. And in fact, not the books actually, I will suggest you some useful websites through which you could able to get the data or updated info. Okay. Okay, Anusha, so can you list the technologies and what about the project? And okay, so Amit, you said like W3 schools. Yeah, this is one of the W3 skills is one of the best web page, but that is like very, very basic, guys. If you want to go for 2-3 years experience, then it may not be suggested. But at the very starting stage, yes, it is suggested. Okay, yeah. So these are the technologies what we are going to use, and these are the installations what we are going to do, guys. So make sure everybody ready. Is anyone have installed this now? In between now when we are taking the class? Anyone have installed these two? Awesome. Anita, Sai, Dilip, Khan. So they're awesome. That's really good, guys. That's good. This is what I wanted. I mean, this is what the fastness I expect from you. Do the things parallelly. If it is not coming, just to throw it to me. I'm going to help out. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So these are the softwares one need to install. And okay, let us come to these guys. So let me finish these questions fast, guys, so that I don't want to be in a pending state. And when I say the 12th question, how freshers are getting benefited with this training program. So as I said you, the freshers, as they don't have much idea or exposure on what is going to happen on the industry, I mean, how the things will flow out there, I'm going to help out over here. And the other advantage is, as the very best advantage what we have is, as the prerequisite for this training program are zero, as I'm not asking any prerequisites from you. I'm not saying that you should expertise on this programming, and this programming, then only you understand this. No, I'm going to take care of everything from the very scratch. Obviously, the freshers are going to get advantage. And being a fresher, obviously, you look forward for getting a job. And I told you already, currently in the market, using this full stack technology, this is the best way to go into the market. Comparative with the other technologies, it is higher in competition, but here it is a bit of less. I'm not saying that zero, but a bit of less when compared with other technologies. So it is very easy to get into the market. And now when you go for other technologies, like say, for example, you are a DB administrator, you are expertise on network, you are expertise on something else. Now, not every organization is going to use those technologies, isn't it? Not, it means there is a small scale company, there is a bigger scale company, there is a medium range company. So not every company uses the high end technologies. But when you go for the web page development, very minimum. Say, for example, today I'm starting a startup. Okay, a company. What is the very first thing I need to have? Obviously, the web development. I need to create a web page for this. Implies web development is everywhere. That is the reason there are huge openings for a full stack developers, but very less competition we have, comparatively less. Okay, so that is the reason it is even benefited for fresher, not just fresher, guys. As I said you, the concept level what we dig in the current training program, I'm going to dig up to at least minimum 3 to 4 years of experience. You can go with this. And this is not the fake word I'm telling you. My students who have earlier they have finished, they could able to go and they put a fake experience and they could, I mean, somehow they got a break and they could able to fake and they could able to crack 3.56 years of experience interview with this knowledge itself. But on the top, they had a framework experience also. They learned something Angular or React on the top of these technologies, but that is how they could able to break it. Okay. Yeah. And regarding the videos, okay, so what actually the video happened? So guys, this is very much open with you guys. We from the management or from my side, we are not providing any videos of the classes, guys. Okay, but yes, I agree. If we provide videos for you guys, it will be so helpful for you so that you can revise the class, or if you miss the class, you can revise it. But the problem, what happened is, initially when we started our online batches, we provided the videos for the students. But students are very intelligent. What they have done, they are taking the videos and they are uploading the videos into their YouTube channels to just get the number of views or subscribers for their channels. They are taking these classes and they are publishing over there. So that is not a very valid part, right? And there is no way that we can stop that. So that is the reason currently we are not providing any videos. But one thing what I can help you over here is say sometime, because like I want everyone to attend every day, make sure, because it is online. It is not like, okay, I have some work, I'm going somewhere. Still you can log in and you can take this class, right? And that too just a 1.5 hour of class. So you can take it, but there could be some worst case you cannot attend. And for that case, what I can do is maybe on Saturdays, I will take a backup class for everything. Okay, I will take a revised class of every whole the week on Saturdays. Now on Saturday, what you can say, boss, I was not present on the last class. Could you please repeat it? I can help out. In that way, I can provide my help if you miss any classes. But on the top, there are some other ways, I mean, which is an offline. I cannot tell here directly, but there are other ways you can get this recordings. Okay, we'll talk about that later. So for this, I'm done this. Okay. And next, how COVID affected the market. Guys, COVID, luckily, I mean, yes, it is the worst case which has affected the IT industry much comparatively with the, I mean, in US, it was affected much. And a lot of business got lost and some of the startups couldn't able to face that and they got into the shutdown mode also. But I mean, as per me, the information what I have, I think like this is a temporary situation. Okay, yes, once we get this vaccination and all, things will go up there. And the advantage what you have, I'm really telling you, this is advantage for you people. Why so? Currently the recruitment is not happening. Okay, but yes, recruitment is going to happen. By the time, if you get ready with everything in a high end level, is it not easy to for you to crack it? If the things are going parallel right now, say for example, market is up and people are going, now you are still learning, implies some jobs are getting filled, but now jobs filling a bit stopped. I'm not saying zero stop, guys. Still there are a lot of companies which are taking the recruitment and things are going on. I mean, things are just coming back. Now by the time everything get back to a good situation, why don't you guys get ready with the things? Okay, why don't you get the complete information, whatever the knowledge you want, get ready with the things. Now the jobs are open, just to simply throw your resume, get the jobs. Okay, so this is how it is going to affect you. And there is some other question people ask me, how internship helps. If anyone have any option or you get a chance to join the internship, close your eyes and go join over there. I mean, you don't need to close your eyes. My intention is just go away. Why the reason I ask for you to join the internship? Internship is the process where you get a feel like real time. What do you mean by internship? The group, they gather you all, they make you to work along with the real time projects so that you can experience what is going to happen in the industry. Most of the people, if you put some fake, okay, I know being a faculty, I should not talk about the fake guys, but obviously sometimes I think it is too valid, right? If I say, for example, mistakenly 1 year or 2 year of gap, I got it. Then do you think that I need to waste my life by not to, I mean, no one obviously provide option to interviews. Obviously, I cannot waste our life, right? In that case, if you have a knowledge, anything what you do is valid, guys, from my side. I don't know whether I can say this word or not, but if you have a knowledge, you can put, I mean, 2 years or 3 years, whatever you want. The only thing is you should be able to crack it. Now, anyway, if you put 3 years or 4 years of fake, you're going for the interview. If you could able to crack it, obviously you have the knowledge, right? Now, when you have the knowledge, it is always right. Anything you do is right when you're doing when you have a knowledge, guys. But I don't suggest the backdoor, etc. things. But if you have a knowledge, just put the fake, you can go wrong. Okay. I don't know. Again, I'm telling you, I should not say this word or not, but I agree with it. Okay. Next, so this is how. So internship really helps for you if you get a chance. Someone says that, boss, there is an internship, please go away, guys. Don't think that we are going to waste your time, but getting Wasting your time in getting the knowledge is never a waste. Okay, if you're spending some time just to get the knowledge, doesn't matter whether they are paying you or not, just go away. In the last class, I already told you, initially when you are getting into the market, never bother about the salary, what you are earning. First of all, get the knowledge into you. Initially, either they are asked for you to free of cost, okay, work for that. Okay, just to work on that. And after 3 years or 4 years, the money will run back on you. Okay, people just throw like anything if you really have a knowledge. Okay, so currently concentrate on getting the knowledge, forget about the packages, etc. Okay, next, why only MongoDB? This is a very good question. So what is the reason? A lot of people ask this question. Was we have this SQL, Oracle, other database we have, what is the reason you are asking us to go for only MongoDB? So I'm not asking, guys, nowadays in the market, so why the MongoDB has been chosen? It is not like I have chosen the technology randomly, but we have chosen this technology based on the current market. So even in my real-time organization, in my office, I go for this MongoDB only. So we use this MongoDB, Node.js, etc. technology. So why the reason? You know, nowadays in the market, the current data format which is highly trending is JSON, JavaScript object notation. Okay, so JavaScript object notation is the data format which is highly used in the market, not just only in JavaScript, but even in other technologies like Java, .NET. Everyone is using JSON. So MongoDB is one of the database which has come up with a unique idea of storing the data in the form of JSON itself. If JSON is so popular, why don't I use that format itself to store the database? That is how MongoDB has got its popularity. It is a schema-less designing, easy to understand, and very no need of writing any queries to implement it, free of cost available. Doesn't matter whether you use it for commercial or non-commercial, still we can go for the MongoDB. So that is the reason MongoDB is one of the mostly used database nowadays in not just only startups. In startups, most of them use this Node.js and MongoDB. Why so? Free of cost and provides everything what they wanted. At the same time, they have higher in performance. That is the reason high-end organizations also make use of it. Okay, so this is why we are going with the MongoDB. But if you have an experience with one of the DB, getting knowledge on other DB is like a very simple part. Okay. Okay, nice. So I think like I answered all the questions what we have framed, and hope everyone is so clear. And on the top, if you still have any questions, I think Jitendra. Okay, Anusha, you have replied that answer. Okay, Jitendra, you asked me, can I get your number? Jitendra, like instead of providing my number, as I said to you, we are going to create a Telegram group. Hope everybody is ready with installing the Telegram group. Okay, so very soon, I mean, maybe from Monday, I'm going to start creating the Telegram group, and whoever the people got registered, if you can share your email ID and the Telegram ID, I will add it to you. Now in Telegram, obviously online I'm available. Anytime you want, you can simply put the question. I can help out all. Okay, Jitendra. Next, Anusha, can you explain about the technologies and out of the? Yeah, I'm going to do that, Anusha. I know. I mean, you kept this question for the second time. I didn't miss you. I'm going to do that. Okay, and in between, and guys, like there is Mr. Ramesh from Naresh IT. Oh, sorry, it is for Anusha. Okay, I just added a message. So he is Mr. Ramesh. Please note it down his number. Anytime you have any questions which is related to the management regarding the classes, regarding the fee structure, whatever you want, anything, you can just connect with Mr. Ramesh. He can help you in providing all the information for you. Am I clear, guys? Okay, so Honor 8x, sir, will you complete Angular in same package? So Honor, like this is what, this question, you can put it into the management, whether this package include this, you can take Angular class also in this package or not, just to have a question, because I don't have any idea of the fee structure of regarding this batch case. I was just given the batch for finishing this full stack training program. That is what I go for. So regarding the package part, could please connect with Mr. Ramesh. He can help out with you. Okay. Okay, sir, I don't have Android mobile, only laptop. That is good, Jitendra. Without Okay, you don't have, even in your Telegram, you have a, what do you say, app. Okay, even in your Telegram is an app which can be installed in your desktop or the laptop also. You can try that, Jitendra. Okay, next, that's it. Awesome, nice. I think will you provide certificate? I'm not going to provide an ANR, but management is going to provide the certificate for this. Okay, and someone even asked about the internship also. I think management is even having that type of program also, so you can have a talk on that. To talk to management, that's a management related question. Okay, sir, I'm 2019 pass out. Can I go for experience or fresher? Obviously, it is recommended to go for a fresher and an experience. I recommend try to go with an fresher guy. If they say that, okay, the gap is not, I mean, anyway, 2020, they are not going to consider mostly because of the current situation, but it's up to you. If they're every time they're asking that why there is a gap, why there is a gap, go with the experience. Okay. Okay, so Shankar, can Naresh IT provide the internship? As I said to Shankar, like I'm not much related. I mean, I'm not into the complete management part. I'm just a faculty, just only talk to my batches. That's it. I don't talk much about the management until unless I require the money. Okay, so anyway, it's you can just put this question to the management. They will help out on this. If you're still on the top, if you miss anything, you can help out to me. I can help out. Okay. Okay, Pooja. Sir, can you pause the course when I have to write my semester exam? Pooja, I cannot pause the classes for. Okay, this is the best one. Good question, guys. Okay, a lot of other people, what they say that yes, they might take some break in between. If you want any break, yes, we will be providing. Please connect with me before taking the break. It is not like, okay, boss, I'm taking the break and I'm going away without intimating anyone. And once you go back and come and ask me, boss, I need to join. I mean, I may not be helpful, guys. But before leaving, if you come up with a valid reason saying that, boss, say for example, as Pooja specified, it's inter exams, semester exams, or something else, anything urgent you need to attend, yes, I'm going to help on that. But we are not pausing the complete batch. What we have is, as I will be having my parallel batches, there are some other batch which is going to start at 8:30 to 10 o'clock. What I can help you is, I can move you to other batch so that you can continue the remaining classes, whatever you missed, you could able to take it from the other batch. But if you say that, no, boss, my timing is only 7 to 8:30, then you need to wait until this batch gets finished and the next batch get added, started. By the time if your exams is done, then you can continue. And another advantage what you have in this class is you are getting registered for only one batch. Say for example, 7 to 8:30, you are getting registered. And when the 8:30 to 10 o'clock batch is going to start, okay, sooner, right? Actually, those are into the climax state right now. Okay, they take another 15 to, they take another month to finish the course. Once they finish, once they start the new batch, you guys have a we provide a privilege for you guys to even join that batch also, because some topics you might not be clear in this batch. So if you want to go for that with free of cost, I can help you in doing that. Just for attending, say for example, in JavaScript closure concept, it's a bit of confusion. If you ask me, boss, can I attend the other batch for this topic? Yes, I can help out. So we can do that type of help, guys. Okay. And regarding the material, okay, as I said you, I'm not going to provide any type of soft copy or hard copy material, guys, but I'm going to help you to give 101% of notes, whatever the topics we are going to cover. Any topic what I'm going to cover, I'm going to give the 101% of the notes. If I miss anything, you can always ask me. Okay, because you know material, the reason why I don't give the material, why I always prefer to dictate the notes is, if I give the material, it is only I mean, if it is material, it will be always a soft copy. You might not go through that. But if it is a dictation notes, so because when I'm dictating in the class, you will understand what we are going to learn. Okay, that is the reason I'm going to do that. Okay. Yes, guys. So hope I have cleared your question, sir. It may take time if you dictate. Anusha, yes, it may time to dictate, Anusha. But Anusha, one thing what I say is, when we are learning the knowledge, never think about the time. Okay, don't think that, because if we are getting advantage from that, you know, dictating, when I dictate, not just only the time of viewers, even mine is getting wasted, even my energy is getting wasted. You know, I have almost finished 60 to 70 batches in Naresh IT, but from the day one, I'm just going with the dictation itself. Even Naresh IT management itself can provide me a help. If I give the notes for one time, they'll just take the printout and they can share it with you all. But the reason why I'm not doing is my intention is to make the people to understand. I am trying all my level best to whatever the possible ways which can help out you guys. You guys tell me, do you really get advantage when I dictate the notes when you copy, yes or no? Or do you think that no boss give us the soft copy, we'll just note down? You tell me, including Anusha. Come on, I know it is taking time, guys, but again, I'm telling you, while you are learning, don't think about the times, guys. Okay, because you, in order to learn something, it may take 1 hour. Okay, take 2 hours, take 10 hours, but you should not think like why it is taking 10 hours. But after 10 hours, how much knowledge you gain, that is what you need to get it. Okay. Okay, so I'm not saying it's waste of time. Even I know many of native faculty dictate servants repeat difference between Java and full stack. Okay, so guys, let us go with listing of the technology, guys. Okay, so let me list out the technologies. As I said, I mean, some of you guys have joined today. Let me list out the technologies what we have, and let me brief about what the technologies we are learning, and what is the a bit of idea of what each and every technology is doing. Okay, so can you guys list out, can you guys help me in listing out the technologies? What are the technologies we are covering out here, guys? Yeah, can you guys tell me what are the other technologies, guys? HTML, yes, we are going with the CSS. Come on, I want everyone, whoever is already there. So we are going with the JavaScript, we are going with the advanced JavaScript, and we are going with something called jQuery latest, and we are going with HTML5 and CSS3, and we are going to have, and these are okay, HTML5 and CSS3. We'll go with something called as Bootstrap, and these are the client side technologies, and the server side technologies are Node.js we are going to cover, and here we are going to cover the ECMA 6, the latest standard, ECMA 6 to 10. Node.js we are going to cover, and Express framework, Express.js, which is a Node.js framework, and we are going to cover the MongoDB. And coming into the advanced JavaScript, I mean, those all other subtopics are there, but and come to your jQuery, you have the Ajax concepts, you have the promises, you have the JSON, XML, and JSONP. Lot of other stuff is there. Under this advanced JavaScript, we go for DHTML. Hell lot of stuff is there inside this, guys. And other than this, we are going to cover the Git. I'm going to cover the complete Git. How do you Git repository? How do you submit the things into the Git? How do you retrieve the things into the Git? And Git, along with we are going to cover the debugger tool. Okay, so these all are the things what we are going to cover in this, guys. Okay, Sachin, if you ask me what is the difference, we are going to talk. Okay, I will talk about this because I haven't yet started with the technologies, right? I will talk about this. And Honor 8x, someone, so he was saying like Angular and React frameworks, we are not including any framework in this training program. Okay, this training itself, which is going to take me around 70 to 75 classes to finish, guys. If I include any frameworks in between this, I think like it will be like a mini college. I need to take it out. So you need to spend with me almost like 6 months of time with me. Okay, because these things are, and the best part of here is, if you are expertise on all this, going and learning the frameworks is the simplest part, guys, because everything, the basic is this. You need to understand the JavaScript, advanced JavaScript. You need to know how the jQuery API is working internally, the DOM operations, the HTML5, CSS3, the Bootstrap, and how do you write the services in your Node.js, and how do we use this Express framework, and how do we interact with the database? How do you do this complete Ajax thing of your server? If you are expertise on all this, learning the framework is a very, very simplest part. It will be very easy for you. If you want to go for HTML, Angular training or React training, the very first thing what they'll ask you is, do you have any idea of JavaScript or advanced JavaScript before? So you need to expertise on all this. As I said to you yesterday itself, you can even take Angular and React are very mandatory frameworks, guys. You cannot ask me that, boss, with this, can we get a job? 80% or 70% you can get a job. But to get a 100% job assurance, you have to get expertise on all these technologies along with one of the framework. Either you go with the Angular, either you go with the React, then you will be a 100% full-fledged and ready to get a job. Okay, one more thing I'm telling you, not attending the classes will help you. You have to do a bit of, not a bit, a huge hard working also, guys. Nowadays in the market, the competition is too huge. The guy who is unique, obviously is going to get the job. For that, whatever it is needed, I can help out. The only thing what I wanted from you guys is attention and be regular to the class and solve the things what I have. I have already shown you, right, yesterday, that see, for example, in my existing batches, this is how I go. So there is a UI classes folder. Okay, so this is the folder which I use for the 7 a.m. batch, which is just finished. And this is 8:30 batch. And this is the Node.js for your 7 a.m. So once I open this guy, if you go into the public folder, this is the folder where actually people, you guys also start submitting. Okay, these guys also don't know about the Git, how do we submit, etc. and all. But now they could able to do that. How come? I'm going to help you on it. Now, if you see assignments, if you see assignment is a folder where every student is going to have their unique folder. I'm going to create every folder for each and every student. Now, if you say, for example, I'm going into Alekia, you could see how many assignments he has submitted. See all the submits. I think it's almost like 30 or 40 assignments he has submitted over here. So you do the assignment what I give, and I'm going to check over here and I'm going to give the feedback. And this is, say for example, Alekia is a student, with her interest she has done all this. Say for example, I go with other student, anyone, say for example, Maharaja, see only one assignment. So this itself will tell you like the interest of the student. So here I cannot force you guys. I can give you the assignment, but it's up to you guys. Now say for example, Ishita. So if you go here, so she could able to solve only 5 assignments. What about others? So I cannot ask the students, say for example, Vaishali. So she has done these many assignments. So giving assignments is my job, but on the top, putting attention and taking is as serious. This is not a college that I can monitor each and every student. Okay, I am giving the same knowledge. Now, if you see, how come Alekia is one of the student or Vaishali is one of the student, how come they could able to do all the assignments, why others are not doing? I have conveyed the same type of information in the class, but it's the way student has taken is more important, guys. If you are really serious on this, I can really help out you to achieve the things. If things are not understanding, I'm always the point of contact, guys. If you ask me, boss, I'm doing one time, second time, third time, but it is not understandable, I can help out. But if you're not doing any practice and you come and ask me that, boss, it is not understandable, on the day one, I'm telling you guys, I'm helpless. If you really think you are serious in learning, you really want to do something after this training, then you join this batch, guys, because it is still, you haven't paid this and you haven't committed for joining this. If you feel like you cannot spend much time, minimally we need minimum 2 to 3 hours of practicing on the class. You should attend the project. Whatever the project I'm going to give, you need to solve it. And whatever the assignment I'm giving, you need to do that. You need to regularly attend the class. You need to copy the notes regularly. Whatever the examples I'm giving, you need to practice. If you are not committed to these 5 points, I really recommend not to waste your time and money now itself. Okay, don't take in other way, guys. My intention is people who are serious in doing the things, I want to help out them. I can really provide you help. If you come back to me, boss, I really want to do something, I have a lot of other things I can help out. I really want to provide a platform where I can help the people to achieve their things, but only serious people, not everyone, because I cannot waste my time in putting the things for others. Okay, yeah. So Anusha, sir, are we going to cover plugins? Yes, Anusha, we are going to cover the plugins here, but Jasmine and you are asking about the testing frameworks are not provided. Testing frameworks we are not going to cover. But if you are interested, if you start learning on your own, I can help out in achieving the things that I can do. Okay, and Shurid Hazarika. between React and Angular, which forward do you suggest? Which framework do you suggest according to the life cycle of market? So Hazarika, like this is a good question. Again, a lot of people ask this, boss, do you suggest going for Angular or going for React? If you are a fresher, I recommend both of it. But if you're an experienced guy, I recommend for Angular guys. Okay. So that's according to the market I'm telling you. If you ask me why only Angular, why are you not favor of this? I mean, I cannot answer. But if you are a fresher, both of the things are recommended because you never know which one is going to knock your door. Okay. So you can choose the one. Next, you're checking each assignment. Sridhar, are you checking each assignment? Yes, Sridhar, I'm going to check each and every assignment and I'm going to reply back to them. Okay, I will do that. And Yogendra, for the React, it will be able to make websites not for mobiles, only for any device or also. Okay, Yogendra, you're answering the question. Okay, that's it, guys. So let us go with a bit of idea on this. And again, I'm telling you, whatever the technology we are going to cover on here, I'm going to start from the very scratch. People without even having a knowledge of any idea on programming, you can still go for this because I'm going to take it from the very scratch. Like how do we create everything? Okay, you don't need to bother like, okay, but one thing, guys, huge programming is going to come. We are going to do, when I come to this JavaScript and advanced JavaScript, huge programming, lot of web pages. How do we create the dynamic, complete dynamic web pages with a dynamic data? Everything we are going to cover over here. Okay. Yeah. So coming with each and every technology, let us have a bit of idea, not much, but a bit of idea on what actually HTML is. Can anyone tell me what is the full form of HTML, guys? What is the full form of HTML? Hypertext Markup Language. Awesome. So this is hypertext markup language. What is the main intention of this language, guys? Now, when you go into the market, there are lot of technologies available. But what is the uniqueness of your HTML? As I said you, only these three technologies, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, are the only languages. Any web page you are working, I'm opening this sublimetext.com, I'm opening this code.visualstudio.com, I'm opening this, any of the web page you open google.com, you open facebook.com, anything, whatever you are using, every web page internally having only HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, no other language. Now, among this here, three languages, what actually HTML is doing here? HTML is the only technology using which you could able to show the content on the web page. Any content you see here. Okay, there is a Sublime Text content here. There is a S logo here. Download link, buy link, support link, images, content, boxes, everything what you see with your eye is only and only capable with your HTML. This language, hypertext markup language, is used to show the content on the web page. Okay, so HTML is only responsible for showing the content on page. Okay, next, can you guys tell me again, guys, I'm giving only a brief idea of what each and every technology is doing, but later we are going to discuss about deeper on what actually those are. Okay, so when I say CSS, can you guys tell me the full form of CSS? Cascading style sheets. Awesome. So cascading style sheets, what is the use of this technology? This is the technology using which we could able to add the beautification for the web pages. Okay, the beautification, the look and feel, the styling, anything you want to do on the look and feel, we are going to make use of CSS, the cascading style sheet. Now, what actually it is doing, if you see the background color, the border color, the font size, the background, I mean, it is not used to show the content, but whatever the content HTML has added, for that HTML content, you want to add some space, you want to change some background color, you want to add a border, you want to hover on it, anything you want to change the look and feel of a content, it can be only and only done with your CSS language or CSS technology. Okay, now you may ask me a question. Using HTML, we are adding the content. Using CSS, we are adding the beautification. What is the reason we are going for the other technology? If we could able to add the content and look and feel just by using HTML and CSS, what is the reason you're going for JavaScript or some other technologies? Now, when you go with your web page development, just by using HTML and CSS, we can only develop the web pages which are static web pages. Whenever you go for any of the web page, there are two types of web pages, guys. One is static web page, one is dynamic web page. Okay, now what do you mean by a static web page and difference with your dynamic web page? Whenever we say something called a static web page, a static web page is a web page which is just having the content being displayed on the web page without any functionality. Practical example, go for your college web pages or school web pages. When you go for a simple school web page or a museum web page, do you think anything they react to your questions? No, right? School web page, on when you open a school, okay, this is your school name, this is your school location, these are the list of faculties, these are the etc things. That's it. Now you open after 3 months, every day it is going to be the same, isn't it? It is not a frequent change over there, and you cannot search something, you cannot do some operations on it. It is just a informative web page. Say for example, newspaper is also a static page. Now when you open newspaper, e-paper, it is like same every at least for the day it is going to be the same. Tomorrow they'll just update the another part. So these are called as static web pages. A web page which is not providing any actions for the user. You cannot search something, you cannot do some operations. It is just an informative web page. Those type of web pages, we call it as a static. Anytime to develop a static web page, we simply have to go with HTML and CSS are more than enough to develop that static web page. Okay, simple HTML and CSS are more than enough to develop a static web page. Now, when you go for this dynamic web page here, dynamic web pages are the web pages which have the functionality, which provides you an option to do some actions on it. Like say, for example, your Amazon. Say, for example, your Amazon.com is there. This is a dynamic web page. Why so? It is behaving according to the user requirement. Your Amazon doesn't know what I'm going to search. Now, say, for example, I want to search for something called as some toys. Amazon doesn't know what I'm going to search. But when I say toys, is it not behaving according to the way I wanted? Yes, this is called as dynamic. A web page which is capable of taking an action from the user, capable of responding back accordingly, is called as a dynamic web page. When you go for your Gmail, Gmail doesn't know whether you're going to compose the mail or not. Gmail doesn't know whether you're going to get a mail or not. But once you get a mail, once you receive a mail, it automatically shows it. Once you compose a mail, it behaves accordingly. So these are the web pages, what we call it as a dynamic web page. So anytime you develop a web page, it is not just only showing the content, adding the beautification. Sometimes we need to provide some logical ability. We need to provide some dynamicness. We need to do a lot of other stuff using some programming language. Obviously, programming languages are capable of performing logical or dynamicness. When you go to your HTML and CSS, these two languages are dumb languages, guys. Really dumb languages, cannot perform anything logical, anything dynamic. Simply give the content, I will show it as it is. Simply give some CSS, the things will execute. But it cannot think dynamic according to the user requirement. That is the reason we combine the JavaScript programming as an input for this in order to add the dynamicness to your web page. So JavaScript is the only programming language which can add the dynamicness to your web page. Okay, main guys, most of the people, if they ask him, boss, what is the use of JavaScript? Lot of people come up with a question answer saying that JavaScript is used for validations. No, boss, JavaScript is not just for validating the data. JavaScript is capable of generating the web pages dynamically. JavaScript is capable of generating the web pages dynamically. You could able to do that. Dynamicness can be done based on the user input. How, if you want to perform anything, you can go with the JavaScript. At the same time, you want to do some logical ability, arithmeticness, lot of things can be done. And one thing what we need to understand over here is there is no replacement for this. There is no replacement for this. There is no competitor for this. You cannot say that, oh, I don't now say, for example, I'm doing adding of two numbers. Say, for example, I say, boss, I'm expertise on C. I will do in C language. Someone will say, I'll go for C++. Someone say, I'll go for Python. I'll go for PHP, something else. But when you say I'm writing a web page, I want to add the logical ability to this. The only three technologies what we have is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That's it. There is no competition for this. You cannot say that this is what JavaScript is doing. Instead of JavaScript, I'll go to something else. No, you cannot go for that. So this is what these three technologies are. There is no competition for HTML. You cannot say other language which is almost doing the same like HTML. No. Other language which is like CSS, other language which is like JavaScript. No. That is the reason if you want to develop a web page, you have to get expertise on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Hope I'm clear till here. Everyone, yes or no? Everyone try to respond, guys. That actually tells me that, okay, you guys are understanding the things. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so guys, I mean, as the time is up, so let's sign off for today. And as it is the very first Saturday, tomorrow we are not going to have any class. We are going to meet back on Monday. And make sure everybody is there on Monday, because Monday I will explain this remaining topics, what actually these are. And we are going to start working on initial development of a web page. How do we develop a web page? We are going to start it on Monday. Okay. And guys, on Monday, if you, I mean, I may start working on creating a Google group and a Telegram group also. Whoever get registered, please get your details. I mean, by the time you install the Telegram and install the Gmail, sorry, in Gmail you already have, get ready with your Gmail. Whoever get registered, I will take your details on Monday and I'm going to create a group out there. Okay. And for registration or some any other management information, Ramesh has just pinned your details. You can simply contact Mr. Ramesh. Okay. Everybody take this number, guys. I mean, throughout the batch going on, right? Any questions you have regarding the management, you can always help out. So everybody take his number. So have